Good morning, good morning, good morning, all of my great trade geniuses out there. Welcome to Trade Genius Live. I am your host and the brand ambassador of the Edge Funder, Trend Genius. How is everybody doing on this Thursday? We are back in here. Let's see who we got in the building. Terry Hart, good morning. T. Pruitt, good morning. Pivot Point, good morning. Flora Ara, good morning. Kaz, good morning. Grand Risings. Mike, good morning, Vietnam. He said referencing the movie. Josh Threats, Mr. Payout, Jerry Jack in the building. Excuse me. Mr. Cologne, good morning. Q, Grand Risings. Glad to see everybody is in the building. How are y'all feeling this morning? Let me know. Let me know. How y'all feeling? How is everybody doing? Y'all let me know. How are y'all feeling? And here on another Thursday. Thursday. What we got? Kyle's Krim, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are y'all feeling this morning? Talk to me. Let me know. How are y'all feeling? Great, rushed, refreshed, relaxed, blessed. That's what's up. Josh Threats, who that? That's what's up. Man, it's been cold here, y'all. It's been super cold here. I've been waking up in the morning. I'm like, man, it's been cold. I mean, cold in the morning. Soak It Insider, good morning. Mike said he's feeling great. Mr. Payout Jerry Jack said he feels good. That's what's up. Me, myself, I am feeling good. I went to bed very early. Not very early, but on time. On time for me is pretty early. But I'm definitely feeling real good. Let's see here. Cold, you man, what? Yeah, brother. I feel you on that, T. Pruitt. Coming real soon. Like real soon. Days soon. We say, Kyle said learning. Well, that's good, man. I'm glad everyone is feeling good, tapped in. Let's get it going. Y'all already know what we about to do. So let's start our day off the way we normally start our day. Good morning, Serena. Excuse me. And let's get in there. What we got? Q said ready. That's what's up. All right, who else we got? Let me know how y'all feeling. If you're new to the live, please subscribe. Go and give me that free like, that free subscription. That's all I ask, and I will take care of the rest. Got to my 3K threshold on my funded account, so anything after I can take a payout. Super happy today. That's what's up. That's what's up. Tired watching in bed. Terry Hart. Hey, when it's cold, it's cool to be in bed. You know what I mean? Snuggled up, watching something. Hey, something educational. That's good. Take profit is really, really good. Yeah, take profit is good. They definitely get my seal of approval, Stephen. Jedwar, yo. Yeah, they definitely get my seal of approval. That's for sure. Nothing bad to say about take profit. Miss T and her 3, good morning. Serena said feeling patient. That's what's up. Yeah, y'all, we gotta hopefully we can get something good in these markets today. That'll be great. I'm telling you, I definitely have to lock in. I have not been locking in the way that I should, but I know I'm still a work in progress. So, but yeah, well, we should be all right. We should be all right. Let's go and get our day started. Everyone that tapped in, I'm glad y'all here. And let's go ahead and start our day. So first thing is always news. Today's Thursday. We had unemployment claims came out at 5:30 about 50 minutes ago. I didn't see too much movement in the market. I have to check the charts. We'll correspond that. And then we also have flash manufacturing PMI at 645. Natural gas stores at 7:30 a.m. And that's pretty much it for us for today. So really, the only thing we need to really focus on is that 645, because flash PMI can be, it can definitely pump some volume when it comes in. So let's go ahead and jump to the charts. Let's see here what we got. Have you heard anything about Funded Next? I'm thinking about buying an account. Never heard anything about Funded Next at all. I feel like you're locking in and protecting your accounts. Yeah, to some degree. To some degree. But I was after every stream, I always go back and like do like a self inventory of like the stream, how I was feeling. I look at my trade. If I took a trade, it's like I'm journaling my live stream is what it's pretty much like. It's like I'm journaling my whole live stream, meaning like, excuse me, everything that I'm doing on the live stream, like I'm basically auditing myself, right? So I'm doing like a whole journal of my live stream every day. And what I'm doing is like how I come on the live stream, am I following all my little steps as far as like how we're starting every day, going through news, going through bias, going through all the different things. And what I've come to, the conclusion I came to is that I still have to focus more on being able to, take my trade, engage, and, take my trade and also engage with the community. But like I said yesterday, it's a work in progress. It's all good. But I feel for myself, I can definitely do a lot better. And there it is. So let's see here. Hit a pullback, market open. I'm so happy I don't even want a paper trade thinking about giving the market back anything. Hella bands, yo, good morning. Benjamin, right? No emotions. It's 1:20 a.m. here down. Where you at? He said 1:20 a.m. down. Where you at? Miss Impress, good morning. Glad you are here. Pivot Point said feeling good and inspired today. That's what's up. Steven. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Super Spaceman, good morning. Red Folder Chubb tweeted 30 minutes ago. Really? Look, if he tweets, it's Red Folder. Let's go back. Okay, they didn't have anything up. Nothing here. Let's go here. Let's see. Oh, maybe you're talking about this. I have ordered the Navy to shoot and kill any boat that is putting mines in the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, that was 36 minutes ago. Small boats that they may be. Their naval ships are all 159 of them at the bottom of, wow. Their naval ships are all 159 of them at the bottom of the sea. That is putting mines in the waters of the Strait of Hormuz. There is to be no hesitation. Additionally, our minesweepers are clearing the strait right now. Okay, well, there's that. The president has spoken. Yeah, it's kind of wild. I have a fresh reset account, so I'm back in school paper trading and back testing, getting the mental state dialed in again before getting onto the charts. That's what's up, Terry Hart. Nothing wrong with that. All right, so I guess there's news. There's some wild news. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump on the charts. Let's go ahead and do our overnight bias. I am on the 5-minute. Micros, of course, y'all know how I rock. Micro gang only. Let's do it. 5 o'clock to 9 p.m. Remember, this is last night that we're marking off. And then 11 to 2 a.m. All right, and what are we doing? We are trying to find our daily bias of what, we're not married to this, but we're definitely trying to, get an idea of what price is going to possibly do in New York Open today. All right, so let's find the high in this area. The high would be this blue candle. Let me open this up. The high in Asia session would be actually right here. This 5 o'clock candle. This guy right here. What is this? 270999. So this is the high for Asia. This is the low for Asia. All right, let's correspond that to London. All right, so London, this is the high for London. Well, one of these two candles are the high. Looks like this one might be the high. And the low for London would be this candle right here. And as we see, London did not take out Asia's high or Asia's low. So we haven't had this since we've been checking our bias. So if London does not take out Asia high or Asia's low, then we look for New York to be choppy. So that's how that works when we have this situation. So if London does not take out Asia high and does not take out Asia low, which it did not, we look for New York to be choppy. Now, once again, we're not married to this bias, but it's definitely something for us to, to use and to think about. You know what I'm saying? To like give us somewhat of a general idea of what we could possibly be looking at in the market. Yep. Let's see here. Adrian McGee. Yes, I use regular candles for my strategy. Absolutely. Bottom and choppy. That's correct. I check for daily bias before the stream on MES. Could you just confirm if it doesn't take out any highs or lows? Is it ranging, right? Yeah, it'll be choppy for the day. Ranging, choppy, same thing. 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. Same. We're saying the same thing, just different ways. I'm not hearing you anymore. Is it just me? Let me know, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Oh, you hear me normally? Okay, cool. I don't know, Serena. It might be. I did turn my mic up a little bit. It's a royal say, it's just you. Get on them, Serena. Still can hear Serena. Get on them, Serena. All right, y'all. So yes. He said with love. So basically we are looking for price to possibly be choppy today. We hear you. Cool. That's what's up. Roly-poly-oly. What's up? Glad y'all are in here. All right, so nice. All right, perfect. So as we stated, if we can see, London did not take out Asia highs or Asia lows. So today we are looking for price to be choppy or ranging, same thing. So that's what we're looking for today. We're not married to that bias, but we're gonna just keep that in the back of our mind. And that's pretty much what we're gonna be looking for today, and just see. So we checked our news, did our bias. We have about 2 minutes before market opens. So let's see what we get. All right. Is anybody in anything at the moment? Market is opening in 1 minute. Anybody in anything at the moment? Let me turn my alarm off. All right. 1 minute, market opens. What we got? I'm good again. Thank y'all. Cool. Lazy guy. Yeah, I saw that. Lazy's in buys. Yep. He's in buys. I don't know. I gotta see. I gotta see what we got going on. I'm out. Must be my signal. Maybe just jump out and jump back in, Serena. I wish I could send you a signal booster. All right, cool. What we got? I'm journaling today after last night hit. Demo account only for me today. Got it. Ain't nothing wrong with that pivot point. All right, market just open. Let's see what we get. Let me put this on a 1 minute. Okay. We might could get a little something. That's good, pivot point. I'm glad you I like the way you're thinking. I like the way you're thinking. That's the proper way to think. What you got going on? We say you call that. So let's see what we get. Remember, we got news in 15 minutes. That's gonna be a little something. If my trade sets up right before news, I'm going to definitely be thinking, like, what am I gonna do here if my setup, my strategy sets up right before news? That's going to be very interesting. That's going to be very interesting. Not too much volume in there right now. Candles are real small. What we got? Lazy call longs, but not in it. Yeah. You in there? I'm hearing you not. Perfect. Perfect, Serena. I sent you a boost. You didn't see. I sent you a boost. Oh. Got you back in. Anybody in anything? And what are y'all seeing? Let me know what y'all seeing, or if you are in a trade, let me know. You long, you short. What are y'all seeing? Y'all seeing longs? Y'all seeing buys? What y'all got? Yeah, I was thinking that's what I'm debating right now, Stephen. Like, should I take it before news? Now I'm in my mind considering, what news it is. It's PMI. I'm like, let me see here. Let's go back. It is. It's PMI, right? Yeah, I just read it. I don't know why I was thinking something different. No, yeah, it's PMI. It's funny too, because look, everybody had. I just noticed this, y'all. Everyone had PMI today. Europe had it. Well, France, Germany. It's funny how in France it was orange folder. In Germany it was red folder. I don't know what part of Europe this is where it's yellow folder. This is Great Britain. It was red folder. So everyone had flash PMI today. I just paid attention to that. Interesting. Okay. Let's see here. What we got? Hey, Trent, I started to use this indicator automatically mark off all the sessions for our daily bias. ICT. Yeah, kill zones, Lux Algo. Yep. I just like to do it manually. But yeah, Bodovan, thank you, brother. Maybe it might be helpful for you, for someone else. Yeah. If y'all want to have the there's that Lux Algo ICT kill zones toolkit. It does mark off the time zones for you. Me, I like to mark off the time zones myself, because in kill zones, it marks off the exact time of the Asia Open and Asia Close. But if you guys have paid attention, we don't use the Asia Close. We only use the Asia Open. If you think about it, when we're doing our bias, we're using like a small window of the beginning of a small window at the beginning of Asia and a small window at the beginning of London. We're not using full Asia or full London session to get our bias. So that's the only reason why I don't use it, Bodovan. But I mean, if someone wants to use it, they can use it. But remember, it's going to be 5 to 9 and 11 to 2. 5 to 9 for Asia and 11 to 2 for London. And remember, that's on Pacific Standard Time, so you'll have to fix the time depending on what time frame that you're in. So, but yeah, that does work. Good looking, Bottom. Appreciate that. Buys. Jerome in the house. Good morning. Couldn't tell you on paper trading. That's what's up. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm in Lazy's long on 3 micros. Okay. That's what's up. How was that doing so far? Where's entry? Entry is 27.13. Okay, it's in a little bit of drawdown right now. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, let's sit back and see what's going on. A lot of consolidation going on right now. I'm sure y'all can see that. I wonder if that is because we're getting ready to have news. At least that's characteristic of NQ, something that I've always noticed. But we'll see. So we have a huge consolidation in this area. Started at about 546. You can see price has really just been moving sideways. So let's just see what we get. This is our opening candle right here. This guy right here. So let's see. Let's see what we get. Serena, we could chop box it. Let's see here. I'm leading 3. I got MES in the support and resistance zone, going to wait for the breakout. Appreciate that. Absolutely. You know I got you. PMI usually isn't that big of an effect that CPI. True that. What's the Genius vault? Ah, ha ha ha. Gotta check it out, Q. It's a membership. The Genius Vault is a membership. I was talking about it yesterday. It's actually been there since I started, since the live stream started. But yes, we have a little membership in there called the Genius Vault. Um, Me and the team, we were already talking, and we're going to start doing a lot of members only content where we'll be doing like a lot of special stuff for members. So, if that's something you want to be a part of, take a look at it, and it's cool. So a little breakout at the top. What we got? Okay, 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 okay. I see that's doing what it's doing. Um, I'm a little reluctant right now. I just don't like taking. I'll be there later today. That's what's up. Um, I don't know. I don't like taking trades when I know that there is news coming. Um, Only because think about this: we never can predict what any news is going to do, right? Even though it's orange folder, it's not yellow folder, right? So orange folder lets us know that it is something. How would I say it is somewhat? It's definitely some. It has somewhat of significance, right? Because it's orange folder, right? So with that said, um, I like to err on the side of caution because it could just be that one time that orange folder goes crazy, right? It could be that one time. That's why I always like to err on the side of caution when taking trades before news, especially like news coming out 15 minutes after the open. Like it's just, like I said, I just like to err on the side of caution. I don't think I want to be caught in a trade during that time, only because we don't know what that's going to do. And there has been times where orange folder actually move like red folder. So we need to keep I keep that in mind. That has happened before. Actually, we were on a call with Juvier, and he was like, "This was like last year or the year before." He was like, "Oh, orange folder, we're not going to worry about that too much." And let me tell you, this orange folder put out like 3 lightsaber candles with some crazy wicks, and we was all blown away. And that was one that for me that was a good learning experience to understand that never ever take news for granted. Even if it is orange folder and it doesn't really do anything or hasn't done anything before, it could be that one time that it does something and you're in that trade and there it is. So just something just to think about. Um, I like to always, like I said, err on the side of caution. So for me, it's good to just pay attention to that. And I like we what we need to do is when we're thinking about characteristics of the pair that we're trading, right? When we're thinking about characteristics of the pair that we're trading, right? We tend to you tend to want to follow everything that you see that this pair does, right? That's number one, right? So if this is something that I experienced before, trust me, I'm locking it in my mentals because I don't want to get caught up into that. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't want to get caught into that. So for me, I probably won't be in anything until after news because I just want to just err on the side of caution. And there's not a lot of volume in here right now. So just want to just play it safe. That's all. Just want to just always just have the mindset of playing it safe. All right, let's get in here. It's not exact full session. It's flexible to mark off whatever you want. And by default, they use the same time frame as you, if I'm not mistaken, with all the time differences. There's about 100 points of liquidity and sales on MES. I don't think I'll be looking for buys on much today. I like to take small little setups on big candle moves. Got it. Canada would be 179, 194, 94, but I'm also want to wait until after news. Yeah, yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. We'll just be patient. Let's just be patient. Let's just be patient, and let's just see what the market is going to do. Of course, I would love to take a trade, but I mean, we always have to factor in everything else going on, right? When we sit down, we got to look at everything. So just looking at everything, I think it'll be safer for us just to let news do its thing and let it be gone. Um, about 4 minutes now till news. So we'll see. I guess Lazy's long is doing pretty good. Yep. Yep. Let's see here. Yeah, it's doing pretty good. Yep. It's doing fairly well, I must add. That's pretty cool. All right. So, is anybody in anything? I hope not. Is anybody in anything? Oh, that's right. I forgot. Some of y'all are in Lazy's. My bad. Some of y'all are in Lazy's long. My bad. All right. Let's do this and let's do that. All right. Cool. About 3 minutes left before news. Let's see here. In a long, in a long with Lazy. CB to the DL to the day level will be 194 ticks, but yeah. I thought about taking the CB, but the only thing it wasn't as clean as I would like it to be because our session started here. Even though this is a huge consolidation area, we can see that. But the only thing, Serena, this chop box wasn't as clean as I would have liked it to be. But nevertheless, it's still, it's still, doing what a chop box would normally do. But hey, if we didn't have no news, I definitely would be in that. My guess is news going to hit, and it might hit the daily level and kind of just jump on in there. So, but we'll see. So everybody's in longs, or everybody's just sitting on their hands right now. All right. Yes, up, about to close. That's what's up. Yes, I'm in Lazy Long. Yes, I was in a long. I was in and out like a man at a grocery store 10 minutes before NFL game cook-off. That's funny. MNQ. That's funny. That's too funny. What'd you say, Super Spaceman? He said, I was in and out. Yeah, this is not going too bad. Everyone's not doing too bad as far as if you're in Lazy's trade, that's doing actually pretty good. You're up probably, you're almost close. You're up about 50 points almost. Yeah, about 50 points. That's not bad. That's 200 ticks. That's pretty good. pretty good. All right, what we got? We got another minute and a half before news. What else? Uh-oh. Get on them. Get on them. Empress, get on them. Get on them. Sitting on my hands in a long. That's what's up. That's what's up. Get on them, Empress. Let them know. She said there's 48 people watching, only 26 likes. Let's get the likes up, y'all. Free likes. That's all I ask, for the free likes. I'm here for the free likes. I'm just here for the free likes. I'm just here for the free likes. That's it. Wanted to hop in. Hella bands wanted to hop in, but wanted to wait for news. Yeah. And retest, absolutely. Was in a short on a 930 orb strategy, and once again was a loss. True agree. It wasn't a clean one. Super Spaceman, right? That's hilarious. That is too funny. Too funny. All right, y'all. News in 30 seconds. Let's see what we got. News in 30 seconds. Let's see what we get. Let me jump over here and see if anybody has said anything since that. Nope. We're still there with that news. Nothing else going on. Shoot and kill any boat. Okay, we got it. All right. 10 seconds. Daniel, good morning, brother. Thanks for tapping in, man. Good to see you. Thanks for tapping in. All right, y'all. We got 50 trade geniuses in here. All right, there's news. There's news. That's what a news candle would do. That looks like a news candle. At least how that volume jumped in there and then it made a crazy wick. Would be funny if the feed froze after 5 minutes watching without a light. Right? That's soaking inside, right? That is so funny. Yeah, so let's see, man. Let's see what this thing gonna do here. All right. Let's see what this thing gonna do here. Oh, let me plug in my laptop. All right, got that plugged in. Okay, so not really too much volume. that was kind of like, blah, but still continuing on bullish. So that brought some volume in, but yeah, it looks like Lacey's trade is actually doing very well. If you're in a long, you're doing pretty good right now. Let's see what we get. Let's check this 15-minute time frame. What we got? Boom. Oh, well, it's valid. If anybody wants to take it, we just have to get a candle close and drawdown, right? Yeah, this candle needs to close and draw down. Let's see here, go back. Yes. Yes, all right, so let's see here. Let's go here. Yeah, the candle close and drawdown for the 15-minute banger. Let's see, 15-minute longs waiting for a drawdown. Yep, and news. No volume, yep. Grab this gas with that wick and heading north. Yep, sure is. All right, looks like daily has been hit. Has it? Yes, daily has been hit. We can see it right there. Daily has been hit, so that means daily strat is over and done. So that strategy is over. It's invalidated now. Daily has been hit. Let's see here. What's the next all-time high? All-time high is right here, 27,138. I'm working on my 20 trades from best loser wins. That's what's up. That's what's up without prejudice. Fire. All right, so if we can get a close and drawdown, we can possibly get into this 15-minute trade, but I don't know. It may leave without us. What we got? What does the drawdown mean for the 15-minute banger? It's just part of the strategy. Bottom end, what we like to do is we like to wait. We like to get, once we have confirmation, 6:15 and 6:30 candles on the 15-minute are going in the same direction, whether that's bullish or bearish. Once we have that, that's the first confirmation. Second confirmation is we would need we want to draw down on the 5-minute. So once this candle closes, the 6:30 candle closes, we jump to the 5, and then we want a close and drawdown, meaning we want, because these were bullish candles, right? We want to close and drawdown, meaning we want to close in the opposite direction of this bullish candle. So we go to the 5-minute, and what we're looking for is a 5-minute candle to close below this open right here, because the entry would be here at the close of this candle. But what we want is a close on the 5-minute time frame. We want a candle to close below our entry. So we basically want a candle close below, and then once that closes on the 5-minute and the candle actually closes, meaning it's a full 5 minutes of that candle, closes and drawdown, which meaning closing below the entry, then we can set our limit order and look to get into that trade. But we want to close below first. That's our second step. So it's in the community. I know you're in the inner circle. So if you're there, you're in the inner circle. So if you just go into Scalp God's resources, you can find that. So go check it out. And that's pretty much how the strategy works. Hit a single, nice, done for the day. That's what's up, Mr. Cologne. That's dope. That's dope. I don't know. Looks like I might not be able to even take anything today. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get this mental muscle going, y'all. Let's get it going. Let's get this mental muscle rocking. Not really too much going on at the moment. Y'all see what the charts are doing. I'll jump back down to the 1 minute. So, oh, look at that. Wow. Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. Since the war, I don't know if you guys have been noticing, there's been a lot of like these little volume spikes here and there. I mean, they happen from time to time, But I don't know if you guys paid attention, but since January 20th, we've been getting a lot of these out of the blue too. It just be anything. We'll just get like a crazy volume spike. It's just been like that. Why is my daily level different from yours? I don't know, my sister. What'd you do? Your daily should be made on this Wednesday candle, right? Should be made on this Wednesday candle right here. So it should be the open, high, low, close of yesterday's candle. Just go check it. Let me know. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? That's what's up, Serena. Appreciate that. Hey, anyway to go over risk management. Yes, we said we would do that today. What questions do you have? Because risk management is such a huge subject. What questions do you have about it? Kara, let me know. But yeah, I got you. We will go over that. Just let me know. Also, what would be a good broker for a little bit of money? Tradeovate. Tradeovate would be good for. Tradeovate would be a good broker for for futures trading. If you want to have a live account, go with Tradeovate. Tradeovate is excellent. I've had them my entire trading career, and I have no reason to switch. They're really, really good. So I just typed it in the comment section. There it is. Daily target hit. Okay. And a sell from rejecting off of resistance zone. Got you, Soaking Insider. So Kiara, let me know exactly what Empress say. Why is my check it? Did you check it, Empress? Check it. Let me know. My love is 27,105. 27,105. Is that because you're on NQ? You just told on yourself if you were. You're supposed to be micro gang. Yeah. Miss Empress. 105. No, because even on NQ, those will be the daily levels for NQ. So I don't know. You'll have to check it. But going back to what I was stating, it should be your daily level should have been made off of Wednesday's daily candle, because remember, it's for Wednesday's daily levels are for Wednesday's trading. So it should be made off of here. So just check it. Let me know. All right, let's get back. And boom, what we got? No, you on MNQ? Yep. So for MNQ, that's what it should be. Are you on the right contract? I hope you're on the right contract. You should be on MNQM. M as in Montana. Just beware, there is an inactive fee if you don't make a trade within 30 days on Tradeovate. I've never had to pay an inactive fee. Yeah, I've never had to pay an inactive fee ever on Tradeovate. There's times I don't take trades in there for a long time. Then there's times I go back and I trade. I pull out some bread. Then I'll trade it, months down the road. Sometimes I may trade it consecutively every week in my live account, and sometimes I won't. I've never heard of that. I'm not saying you're wrong, Soaking Insider, but I'm just saying I've never heard of that, and I've never been charged one. So it's my youngest B-Day today, so spending the time in class, so no trades today, but I had to join. Absolutely appreciate that. And happy birthday to your little girl or little guy there. Tell them Trent said happy birthday, and always remember to put a stop loss. It's $35, and I just paid it last month. That's crazy. I've never ever had to pay that, ever. But I keep money in my account. I keep money in my account too. Yeah, I've never had to pay that, ever. I've never had to pay Tradeovate anything, and I've been with them for 2 years. So I would have to. That's something I'll have to look into. Yeah, I've never had to pay them anything. I don't know what that is, brother. But yeah, so let's get this mental muscle rocking. You can see the market is just a little zoning right now, right? A little choppy right now. So let's just get our mental muscle going, get our therapy in, and let's get it popping. All right, so question of the day today is, I keep forgetting to do my drum roll, y'all. Boy. Question of the day today is this trade happening at a meaningful level? Is this trade happening at a meaningful level? And what that means is this is a question that you would be asking yourself. If you were taking a trade, you would ask yourself, is this trade happening at a meaningful level? And let's get into what we're talking about. What does that mean? Right? Trade, or we see a setup and we're asking ourselves this question, is this trade happening at a meaningful level? Right? What does meaningful mean? Let's think about that. What does a meaningful level mean? It means, are you taking a trade at structure? Are you taking a trade at an area of liquidity? Are you taking a trade based on your strategy at the right entry based on your strategy at that meaningful level? Because a meaningful level could be a number of different things. It's not necessarily meaning a price point, a particular price point, but meaningful level meaning for, how would I say, for the location of your entry. Is your entry meaningful? Meaning that level where your entry is going to be. Is that meaningful? Meaningful, like I said, in the regard of, is it your entry for your strategy? Is that where it's supposed to be? Is it an entry for, is that a meaningful level? Meaning, is the entry at depending on what you're trading, depending on your strategy. If you're trading support and resistance, is it at the support level? Is it at the resistance level? Did you wait for price to go inside, consolidate a little bit, and then give it time to break out? Those things. Meaningful level. Like, think about that. Meaningful level. That's what a meaningful level would be. Also, a meaningful level would also be considered high probability, right? Because if it's not at a meaningful level, then what? That would be a low probability trade. Probably a trade we want to sit on our hand. Found the issue wasn't on. Oh, you wasn't on electronic trading hours. Got it. I knew you would figure it out. I know you would. All right, let's see here. If you're completely logged out and don't use it for demo, you won't get charged. I use for demo, though, through TradingView. Got you. I use it for demo as well. That's weird. I've never heard that. I tried to call them. I was pissed when they took my money. Found it. Morning. What's up, Soy Sizzle? Top of the morning, brother. Thanks for tapping in. All right, impressed. You got straight. Cool. Nice. All right. So going back to what we were talking about. Location is everything when it comes to our trades, right? Location is everything. Depending on your trade strategy, I'm sure there's areas in your trade strategy where you're not supposed to be entering, depending on your strategy. Also, too, give you an example. For me, I don't like to take trades inside of reversal zones. So for me, if I was taking a trade, let me share my screen. If I was taking a trade, right, and let's say my entry was somewhere in one of these reversal zones, I have to ask myself this question. Is this a meaningful level, meaning meaningful enough for me to get in? Being the fact that I do not like taking entries inside of reversal zones, meaning inside of these gold boxes you guys see that I have on my chart. Oh, these are the gold boxes. These are reversal zones. Then for me, that's not a meaningful level because I don't like taking reversal zones. I don't like taking entries inside of reversal zones. So what does that mean? For me, then I have to sit out, right? But I have to ask myself this question. I have to. Because if I don't, then I'm not giving myself an opportunity to make a good decision, right? We're professional decision makers, right? So when you keep that in mind, it's very, very important that we ask ourselves these questions. That's why we do these questions every day. You ask yourself, is this trade happening at a meaningful level? What is that going to help you do? It's going to help you check off your boxes, right? Meaning whatever your rules are for the strategy, if you're taking the strategy at the perfect spot, I don't know if you're trading order blocks. I don't know. Everyone trades different things. So just keep that in mind. So with all of that stated, that's why you want to ask yourself this question. Is this trade happening at a meaningful level? And you should be able to answer that. And if your answer is not yes, or it doesn't check off your boxes, or it does not align with the steps of your strategy, then your answer to this is going to be no. This trade is not happening at a meaningful level. Period. Because if it's not happening at a meaningful level, then that's a trade that you should not enter. That's the reason why we ask ourselves this question. It's just to reinforce like what we're doing, right? We're just auditing ourselves. Like right before we take a trade, it's a quick audit, right? Like I always say, checking off the boxes, right? It's a very quick audit if you really, really break it down. That's exactly what it is. So, wow, price came all the way back down. Jeez. I mean, all the way back down. Wow. Okay. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if price went bearish today. It just has been so bullish. I mean, and you guys know price always has to correct itself. So that's what's up, Pivot Point. Be good. Have a great day. Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate it. Would what's happening right now be considered a retest? I mean, hella bands. I would say no. Only way that I would say if it's retest, like if it's retesting an area, if you have it charted to where the entry of that trade that lazy took or whatever, if that's like a support or resistance area or some sort of area like that, you know what I'm saying? Then I would say that could possibly be a retest. But I haven't charted it to even say that because I don't trade that way, so I wouldn't chart it to know. But if you have it charted like that, and there is an area that price went out of and it came back to, it could possibly be a retest. I'm just not sure because I haven't confirmed by CP order place. Got it. Oh yeah, I see it now, Serena. But yeah, hella bands. That's pretty much how I see that. I see that a retest would have to be like as I stated, like an area, right? Like an area of support, area of resistance. I would say that would be more of a retest, right? That's something that you would find on a higher time frame, 4 hour, 1 hour, something like that. If it is something like that, then I would have to agree to say yes. But other than that, I can't really say if it is or if it isn't, just to kind of throw that out there. Now, it would have hit my target 1 or 2. LOL, I got to work on my patience. At the minute bank is valid now. Yes, you can definitely, there's an entry now on it. Definitely not no more since it broke lower lows. Absolutely. But like, as I stated though, if you had it charted that way, where it was like an area, then that's definitely a huge possibility because we know that's what price does, right? It'll leave an area and it'll come back in and retest it, maybe retest it and reverse, retest it and break through. So, but yeah, we just keep that in mind. Not a retest if in reversal zone. A reversal zone could be a retest, Kyle's Crim. Yeah, even if it's in a reversal zone, it could still if it's an area and price leaves that area and it comes back to that area, that would be considered a retest. That's a retest. Real simple. All it means is what? Price left a particular area and it came back to that area. That would be a retest. Now, whether it reverses or continues on through, that would be something different. It's rejecting off a 15-minute zone for the that's okay. Then there it is. Now that makes sense. See, that's what I'm saying. I didn't have a 15-minute zone charted out, so there's no way for me to know that. But there you go, without prejudice. Absolutely. I think I learned how to use the Scout risk reward tool. That's what's up. The Scout risk reward. It's a risk reward scale, risk reward tool, same thing. That's what's up, Q. That's what's up. It's a cool tool. It's a really, really cool tool. But yeah, so going back what we were talking about our question of the day, we always want to ask ourselves, is our trade happening at a meaningful level? For those that trade support and resistance, for those that trade order blocks, this question is more, how would I say, more, this question is probably much better for people that trade zones. If you're trading a strategy, you can still ask yourself that question. And once again, it's just an audit. You're just auditing yourself. You're just holding yourself accountable. So it is what it is. But if you can answer yes to that, once you check out all your boxes, your little small audit, then hey, you enter the trade. If it's not at a meaningful level, then that means what? It's a low probability. And entry location is everything. Entry location can do so many different things. If the entry location is correct, I mean, your risk reward is good. Hopefully your leverage is good. And you are taking that trade in a place that's going to make sense, whether it's profitable or not profitable. Because if it's not profitable, you just want to make sure that your risk reward is cool to where you're not over leveraging and you're not, just blasting your accounts. You're putting yourself in a position where your accounts can take that hit and still continue on, and you're protecting your capital, keeping your account safe, and be able to live and trade another day. That is the whole concept. Rise forever rejected. LOL. I have no clue why starting over with Tradeify. Sadly, but hopefully they aren't fishy with payouts. Forever rejected me. If you, what I sent you yesterday, G. Yeah, I remember. I remember hella bands. Yeah, I remember. Kick Rocks. Good morning, my brother. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I was just like, bro, I was baffled on that. Unfortunately, nothing. That's a fight you got to fight, bro. Ain't nothing. Unfortunately, ain't nothing no one can really do to help. I wish I could help you. You know what I mean? But that's just crazy. I would say just try to reach out to like an admin or something at Rise and just try to talk to them, get to some higher ups and just see what's going on. Try to get some, something that makes some sense of it, because to tell you that you're forever rejected for using something, that's crazy. And I'm not saying that this is what's going on, but when I hear stuff like that, it makes me think either one, they got you mixed up with someone else because there's someone else that possibly did some shady stuff to ban someone forever. Like, that's crazy, especially when you were just signing up for it. Like, that was just wow, mind blowing. So I would definitely say, my brother, if you haven't already, try to reach out to some higher ups, man. Seriously, and see if you can get ahead of that situation, because that's something. And they tell you you're banned forever when you just try to sign up. You're like, I ain't even been here that long. Like, how you gonna ban me forever? Like, that's wild. That's something else. But yeah, my brother, just if you can, hit up some higher ups and see what kind of what you can get shaking, what you can get moving on them. So, but yeah, so hey, but let's just kind of run back through question of the day. We said whenever we're sitting down, we always want to ask ourselves what before we get into a trade. Is this trade happening in a meaningful level? Meaning what? Is it high probability? You do a small audit. You're just checking to make sure that you're checking off all your boxes and you're not taking a trade in a bad location, because location is everything. Just keep that in mind. Oh, well, yeah, it's okay. It was a little weird, but we ball and you definitely try. Yeah, absolutely. Try. Ever heard of Trade? Yeah, I got Tradeify accounts. Yeah, I got Tradeify accounts. I rock with them. I have Tradeify, Lucid, TEF, Lucid, Tradeify, Apex, My Fund of Futures, Take Profit Trader. I got 6. There's only 6 I rock with. I don't rock with nothing else. I don't care about nothing else coming in. That's my places. I don't rock with nothing else. I know those are solid, and I don't need to try any more new prop firms. Like I said, TEF1, My Fund of Futures, Take Profit Trader, Apex, Lucid, Tradeify. That's my 6. And that's all I need. That's all y'all need. Seriously. Any one of those that I stated, you're good. So just looking at the 1 minute. The 1 and a 5. Wait, let me see something here. Let me go back to the 1 minute. So just kind of looking at the 1 minute, something that I just noticed. So there is something going on with this area right here. Let me screen share that so I can show y'all. There is something going on with this area right here, because look, we opened, right? This was market open. We came down, wicked out right here, and price went up, took out the London high, reverse, came right back to this same area. You can see, look at this. Almost kind of did pretty much the same thing what happened here, happened right in here. And it looks like now it's possibly might be going back up, but we are having some rejection off of this area right here. So price did just retest this area. I don't know why I can't talk. I got these Invisaligns in my mouth. Price did come back to retest this area. I don't trade like that's not the way I trade. So this really doesn't mean anything to me other than me just understanding what price is doing. But from a strategy perspective, it doesn't really mean anything to me because I don't trade this way. But yes, price did retest this area, and you can see it's rejecting off of this. So something's going on here. So let's look left. Let's get an idea of what's going on. Well, let's see here. I mean, I don't really see too much on a 5 minute. Let's go back to the 1 minute. Let's go to the 1 hour. Let me see something here. All right, so this is the 1 hour time frame. Got a fair value gap here. This was from yesterday though. Price just tapped in it from last night. All right, price been tapping back into this area since last night. I don't know, just kind of just looking at the 1 hour, just something about this stuff right here has just been holding pretty well. I would only have to assume if price broke this low right here, or the low of this candle, or possibly the low of this one, price probably would move pretty aggressively bullish. But it looks like it's just kind of stuck in this little zone right here. And that's on the 1 hour. Exactly, it's pretty much exactly what we're seeing here. So this huge consolidation area has actually now become, how would I say, I can't say it's the area of resistance or even an area of support, but we'll see, because we'll just see if price continues to keep coming in this area and rejecting. But as you can see, that's what price has been doing. So, all right, well, we'll move on. Price is pretty much just kind of ranging, almost pretty much what we talked about on our bias, right? Based on our bias, even though we're not married to it, based on today's bias, price should be ranging today. So let's see. So far, it is. All right, so let's get back. Let me get in the comments. Did I miss anything? All right, so let's get back. Let's go get back on this mental muscle. Let's rock with tip of the day today. Tip of the day today is fast profits often lead to faster mistakes. Fast profits often lead to faster mistakes. Let's talk about that. Let's think about that. What do you think this is talking about, y'all? Fast profits often lead to faster mistakes. We're tapping into discipline here. That's what we're doing. We're tapping into discipline. So, remember we talked about this. We come to the chart with no emotions, right? So if we lose, we're not walking around with our heads down. We're not having, thoughts of anger or anything to that nature. We're not walking around pissed off or nothing like that. Like, remember, when we trade, there's no emotions, right? A non-profitable trade. The same thing applies to profitable trades. After a win is a time that we want to stay disciplined. When I say win, meaning after a profitable trade, is a time that we want to make sure that what? We are staying super disciplined and we're not getting too high off of our wins. So that's a no-no. We don't want to do that. Now, excuse me. The reason why we want to stay disciplined after our profitable trades is because we don't want to get overconfident or become overconfident. That's why we always have this talk, right? And I tell you guys, we always want to stay kind of even keeled. We always want to stay stoic. We never want to get too high on our profitable trades. We don't want to get too low. We want to be somewhere right in the middle. That's where we want to stay. And we want to stay consistent on that. We want to stay consistent on making sure that whenever we have a profitable day, regardless how many they are, that we always want to stay disciplined. And we want to keep that level of emotions consistent. We do not want to have a non-profitable trade, and then we're in this habit of every time we have a non-profitable trade, we're having an attitude, we're pissed off, like our whole emotion has changed. Our feelings have changed. It should be the same feeling it was prior to getting into the trade. We ain't tripping. audit ourselves, ask ourselves the proper questions before we enter. We're going to enter. Once we enter, that's it. We don't even care no more. Of course, we care if the trade is profitable, right? Of course, we care if it's non-profitable. But when I say that we don't care anymore, what I'm saying is that we're not going to attach any more emotions to the entry that we just that we just placed, whether it's a limit order or a market order. We're not placing any emotions to that entry. Period. We're gonna place our order, and after that, we don't care. We don't give a hoot. Whatever happens is going to happen. There's no praying or no kind of thing that we can say or do that's going to make that trade do what we want it to do. It's going to either be profitable or not profitable. It's only two things that can happen, and we're gonna live with the outcome. And if the trade goes against us, guess what? No harm, no foul. Y'all see how I rock. Trades go against me, I ain't sweating it. It is what it is. It's no big deal. It really isn't. Now, it's the same attitude if we have a profitable trade. Y'all see me with a profitable trade, right? I have the same attitude. I'm not like, yeah, nice. We did this, we did that. Like, that's not how we rock as traders. Let's be very, very professional on how we treat this. And treat this like, as I always say, we always want to be stoic, right? We always want to have poker face, right? And I say that, give you the analogy of when you think about poker players, when you look at like some professional poker players, you can see their face. Everybody, they may have sunglasses on, but everybody got like this somber face. Nobody's giving out any emotion of any kind. Nothing. Everyone, you don't know what they have. You don't know if they have a royal flush or if they have nothing. And at the end of the day, that's how you want to be. You want to make sure that you are not, how would I say, exercising any kind of emotions when we have a non-profitable or profitable trade. Because what can happen is, by us being, how would I say, becoming super like, yes, great trade and this and that, what can happen is overconfidence. And that's what we're trying to make sure. We keep overconfidence at bay. That's why we have a stoic face. That's why we're not too high on our wins or too high on our losses, right? But speaking on our wins, what we want to make sure that we do is, because sometimes fast profits can make us feel like, oh, it does something psychology where you feel like you got this fast profit, you made a quick 1,500, you made a quick 800, you think like, oh, I can go right back in and do it again. And that's the overconfidence that's setting in. Because remember, what you did today in trading, you might not do tomorrow or the next day. And that's vice versa, whether it's profitable or non-profitable. But the idea is that what? We want to stay disciplined after every win. That is the idea. Right, exactly, Stephen. Exactly. Hella bands. Look at the 5 minute. Doesn't it look like a clean retest before it spikes bullish? Let's check that. Let's check that, hella bands. Let's check that, my brother. Let me see here. Let's look at the 5 minute. Doesn't it look like a clean retest before it spikes bullish? You talking about this right here? It's retesting this area. I mean, if that's how you trade, yeah, but honestly, and I'm not saying what you're seeing, you don't see it, but maybe this is what you're speaking of, a retest of this area before it takes off, because this is our opening candle right here on the 5 minute. So that could possibly be true. Yep. Oh, YM. Oh, wait. Oh, no. He talking about an NQ. He said, yeah, fam. Got you. I saw the Ys. I was like, oh, he meant YM. No. I'm with you. Yeah. I mean, that could definitely be a possibility. As I stated, this area is pretty strong. We have consolidation. Look at this. Let me share my screen. All right. So here we're on a 5 minute consolidation here, right? But check this out. We also have my bad. I don't want that one. I want this one. So we also have consolidation right here. Little consolidation area there, right? And what you'll notice about these consolidation areas, look at this. Look at what we have. Check this out. That's why you always want to look left. Another consolidation area right here. And as you can see, they all line up. Look at that one. look at this one, and look at this one. So what does that tell us? Definitely something going on there. I'm just going to go back left as much as I can. Okay, cool. So what we can see is what? This is an area right here. You can put your mouse and you can see my crosshair is going right through this. So we know this is a strong area. Anytime that we see these little consolidation areas like this, they can also work as support or resistance. Just to let y'all know that. Just a little tip, a little pro tip with NQ. When you see these consolidation areas, they can also work as support and or resistance. And look like right now it's working as support. But we'll see. But we'll see. Good eye, Hella Bands. Good eye, good eye, good eye, my brother. All right, cool. Let's jump back to our tip of the day. So the reason why fast profits can often lead to faster mistakes is because when we make fast profits, sometimes we can tend to become overconfident. And that's what we want to make sure of, that we're not getting overconfident. You know, sometimes it's like when we make some money, we make some bread, we just got to remember, like, slow down and just make sure that you're following your steps and you're auditing yourself before you get into the next trade. Don't get too overconfident. You make quick $1,500, quick $800, quick $1,000 being new in this game, and then you're out there just taking all kind of trades because you think you're going to reduplicate what you initially did. Now, I'm not saying that was beginner's luck or anything like that. I'm not even stating that. I'm just stating that I do understand the way this market works, and what we do today, we may not do tomorrow. A high probability that we may not do what we did today tomorrow, meaning in dollar amount. So with that stated, just always remember, stay stoic. Do not get too overconfident. If you get too overconfident, it's going to increase risk, right? Because overconfidence means we're just going to be taking trades and we're not going to be really paying attention and having that sniper mentality, because overconfidence brings in overzealousness. It brings in a lack of discipline because you're super confident. That's why we don't trade with any emotions. That's why we make sure that we are keeping our overconfidence at bay. That's why we're making sure when we have a profitable trade or a non-profitable trade, we stay somewhere in the middle. We're not riding too high. We're not riding too low. Period. We trade hits, great. It doesn't hit, okay, great. Like, really, that's the attitude. It's like, what else? There's no reason to be spewing emotions on either side. So, focused over overconfidence. Just remember that. We want to stay focused rather than being overconfident. So just keep that in mind. That fast profits can often lead to faster mistakes if you're not keeping your overconfidence in check, because the overconfidence is going to increase risk. And we want to stay consistent. Everything is consistency. How we show up on the charts every day, we're very repetitive, right? We check our daily bias. We check news. We check our daily bias. All different things that we do when we're first sitting down on the charts to get ourselves going, to see what's going on in the market. What is the market showing us? What is it giving us? News, all of those things. And once we do that, we continue to keep trading our strategies, keep looking for our support and resistance areas for those that trade that. For whatever it is that you're doing, right? That is the focusedness, and that is the repetitive nature in what we're doing. That's very important that we do that. We have to make sure that we're staying repetitive. Everything has to be consistent. Consistency with everything. Consistency with no emotions and how you take your trades, and whether it's profitable or not profitable, you staying stoic, not getting too high, not getting too low. Consistency meaning, as I just stated, news, checking our bias, checking higher time frames, just staying consistent with every different thing that you do in your trading. Consistency is key. Just remember that. So, talking points for the day. Question of the day was, if the trade is happening at a meaningful level, right? We got to keep that in mind. Is it happening at a meaningful level? You have to ask yourself that question. Tip of the day: to know that fast profits often lead to faster mistakes. So remember, stay consistent, do the same things every day. If there's something that you can do better, do better. Of course, doesn't mean you can't change your system. If you've been doing something for a while and you come across a better, something that you can add to your system to make your system better, then you add it. You always looking to refine your system. And I'm not saying that every day you're looking to do something different, but if you find something that's going to work very well for you than what you've been doing, it's okay to refine it. Now, I'm not saying strategy hop. That's totally different, right? We have a strategy. The strategy ain't doing what we think it needs to do, so we're hopping to other strategies. Like, that's a whole nother level. That we don't do. If we find a strategy, we take the strategy, we back test it, we demo trade it, we allow the analytics to let us know if this is a good strategy or not. And if you're in the inner circle, then you know all the coaches have great strategies. You know what I mean? Has great strategies. So don't reinvent the wheel. Get in there, learn their strategies, back test them, make those strategies your own. Just because it's their strategies, it doesn't mean that that you can't make it your own. Like, what? Ask my coach and mentor, he'll tell you, I trade every strategy that he has. I trade exactly the way that he trades. The only thing that he has over me is the mental experience. I ain't there yet. He got 10 years of trading. I only got 2. But everything else, I do everything else. Like, his strategies are proven. I seen the kind of money he make. I seen him payouts. I see what he doing. He eating. Why would I want to do anything different? I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. So find a good strategy and back test it and learn it and make that strategy your own. Period. That's how you do that. And when you get that one, then you jump to another strategy and you add a couple different strategies. And it's okay to learn strategies from different coaches. That's no problem. That's what we're here to do. We're here to become traders. Where you get your strategy from, that's no big deal. You don't have to trade your own strategy. Like, that's just crazy to me. I've seen that so much in the past 2 years. You pay to get into a community, meaning the inner circle, and then you're trying to, like, find your own strategy. And we got 4 fire coaches, not even including our not even including our fearless leader. We got fire strategies, fire coaches, and everyone's still trying to do their own thing. Makes no sense to me. Like, get in there, find a good strategy, back test it, really, really put the time in back testing and make it your own. Period. That's all you got to do. Real simple. But back test it, study it, understand it, ask questions. Something you don't understand about the strategy, ask that coach. But there's plenty of strategies, man. Everybody in here should be eating. Like, for real, for real. Everyone should be eating. Now, when we're new, I know there's a lot of things that we have to overcome. I get that. But I'm saying, like, overall, just overall, everyone should be eating. Period. Where we at? It's only 1 minute, though. Yeah, absolutely. Hella bands. Facts, last week I was 5 of 5. This week 0 for 3. Yeah. Be like that, Josh. That's trading, brother. That's why I say what we did today, what we did last week, don't look to do that again. Don't even look at that. When we take a trade and you know, whatever you did on that trade today, like, it's over now. Like, you're brand new again. On the next trade, you show up brand new again, the same way you did on that trade. You ain't looking for nothing. Remember, we talked about this yesterday. No expectations. No expectations. We should have 0 expectations in everything you do. The only expectation that we should have is, I'm going to go to bed, I'm going to wake up, and I'm going to get on the charts. I expect to wake up, the Lord to wake me up and get me on the charts. That's the only expectations we should have. Other than that, there are no more expectations. Period. None. Remember, price does not owe us a trade. It does not owe us an entry. We don't have to trade every day. We still got to make sure we're auditing ourselves before getting into the trade. Like, it's a lot of things that have to go on before we take a trade. And we got to remember that. It's very, very important. No expectations. Period. 2 dojis threw me off, though. HSS and support and resistance have given me great results. So glad I found Juvier. YouTube over 3 months ago. Absolutely. I've taken Juvier Strat and the trading geeks and took bits out and made it my own way. That works for me. Haven't looked back since and have been very profitable. That's what's up. Found Juvier's channel when I was in Juvie. LOL. I'm following my strategy and now I'm losing. It sucks. This week I'm 0-4. The one thing that was a blessing about being locked up. Got you. 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 That's what's up. That's what's up. Hella bands, you move around, bro. Me and you, we gotta connect. We gotta connect. Hey, y'all, I was thinking about something. Tell me how y'all feel about this. I was thinking about having a day. I don't know. I was thinking maybe it might be on Monday, and I'll explain why. But I was thinking about having a day where once a week we highlight one of the members. Like you come on, like I bring you on, and we do like a member highlight where we just talk about your trading journey. Okay, let me see what you got, Serena. What you got? What you got? What you got? Oh, okay, I see it. I don't know. I think I may be sitting out a 15-minute banger. I'm not sure. But anyway, going back to what I was stating, having a day where we highlight one of the members, I'll just choose who I want to do, whenever week we start or however we go every week, whatever. Thinking about how like doing a member highlight where I bring a member on and they just get to talk about their journey, talk about what brought them to trading and all of those type things. I think it's something. Okay. Been trading for about 3 years, went to juvie for a year. Just got released about 2 months ago, and we're back profitable. You went to juvie 2 months ago. Hella bands, how old are you? You said juvie. How old are you, hella bands? I'm assuming you're in your 20s somewhere. That's what I'm assuming. 27,509. That's what's up, Serena. 27,509. Yes, 27,509. 27, excuse me, 59, right? Yeah, 27.59. Hella bands, how old are you, big brother? That's what's up, though, bro. Turn 18 on. Okay, I thought so. I was like, yeah. If you do this trend, I think the person needs a cam and a mic though for it to work. Oh yeah, of course they'll have to. Of course they'll have to have a cam. They can use the mic from their laptop, so that's the cool thing. They don't have to have like a full production what I have, but as long as they have that, it's cool. My software does all the rest. But yeah, absolutely, Morbid Drifter. Thanks for that. But yeah, that would definitely have to be the first thing. Oh wow, I thought I was the youngest in the group. Ha 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 ha. How the band said he turned 18 on the 27th. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Hella bands, you got vending machines too, right? You got vending machines too, if I'm not mistaken. I ain't mad, bro. That's fire. You at this at 17? Boy. Wait till you have 20 years down the road when you're 37. Well, you about to be sitting somewhere. Hopefully you're gonna be on an island. You're gonna be on an island with me somewhere. We're gonna be on that island, doing all kind of trading retreats. Absolutely. That's the ultimate goal right there. That's fire though, bro. That's impressive. That's impressive. Hella bands for real. That's impressive. Oh yeah, that idea is out. Oh, would you say repeat that? No, I was saying that I was saying that that's pretty impressive, bro, that you are at this at 17. That's crazy, bro. And I said, imagine you 20 years from now when you're 37. You got 20 years in the game, bro, and you're still young. And trading, I'm talking about. I'm speaking of trading. Crazy. That's fire. That's dope. And I was saying also, Hella Bands, I was like, don't you have I think Hella Bands, you got vending machines, right? I remember you mentioning that before. You was going to check on your vending machines. Yeah, Soy Sizzle. That's the idea, bro. We all get to that place. The idea is we at least some years down the road, right? Give everyone about a good 3 years, another 3 years, somewhere 5 years into your career, something like that, where we all can throw some bread in and go get us an island and go have trading retreats on that island. That'll be fire. Straight fire. Yes, sir. Got a couple. That's what's up. Yeah. Got it. I remember you said, I don't forget too much. I remember you said that. I remember after a stream one time, you was like, I'm going to check on my soak you wild. So yeah, I remember you saying hella bangs like, yeah, I need to go check on my vending machines, bro. At 17, bro, that's what's up, bro. That's fire. You know what I mean? As far as like being locked up or whatever, like I have a lot of family, friends that's been locked up, and I've seen it all kinds of ways. I've seen it where them being locked up, they deserve to be locked up. I also seen it to where they did not deserve to be locked up. Like it is what it is. Whatever life throws at you, you have to deal with it. So the good thing is that you home and you good, and bro, you rocking. All that's behind you at this point. Who cares? Like that's no big deal. You know what I mean? That's what's up. Sounds good too. But I was talking about that. I was talking about people coming on to talk about their journey. Man, get out of here. You was talking about what I said. You wasn't talking about that soy. You was talking about what I said about the island, bro. No, I got you, bro. That's what's up. Before I got locked up, I was in boot camp. Oh, best thing you learn from that is Google is free. I heard that, bro. That's what's up. I definitely deserved it. You know, just had to learn, and yep, in the past now. Absolutely. You like that, Soy Sizzle, though? Bring on a member once a week. Maybe we might call it like Member Mondays. That's what I was thinking. Member Mondays. I'm going to choose. I don't know. I might have someone here in the group choose. Soy. No, you was talking about what I said. You wasn't talking about no people coming on, man. I know. I know what you meant the first time. You did not have to try to say that, sir. Well, I got to see if I can delete this. If I can start deleting some of these comments. Let me see. But nah, hella bands. Look, if you, I feel anyone can like be honest with themselves and say, hey, whatever position I'm in, I have to accept it. I mean, I feel like the win is there. You know what I mean? Like you're not walking around playing the victim or doing any of that stuff, which we don't do that. So that's what's up. And guess what? I'm sure it probably was a good lesson for you, man. A lot of times the Lord gives us these lessons to wake us up, right? To prepare us for possibly some things that could be coming down the road that could put us even in a worse situation. So he puts different situations in front of us to understand like, oh, I got to make sure I don't, fall victim to this again, or this doesn't happen again. And a lot of times it's to prevent us from really getting ourselves into some crazier trouble down the road in whatever aspect that could be, because trouble could be anything. It doesn't necessarily mean trouble means jail. It could just be trouble with all kind of stuff. It could be family members. It could be co-worker trouble. It could be employment trouble. Like it could be all kinds of things when it comes to trouble. But yeah, I definitely feel you on that. Definitely feel you on that. That's what's up. But it's in the past, bro. We moving forward. About to get to the island. Reform traders in here, man. Absolutely. I love it. You know what? One thing that makes the community strong when you have somebody from all different, from all different how would I say, walks of life, right? That makes the community very strong. What happened to TF giving away accounts in the Discord? What happened to TF giving away accounts in the Discord? I don't think nothing happened to him. I mean, nothing happened to them at all. Usually there's always like some type of something to substantiate giveaways. We'll be doing some giveaways here next week. Yeah, we're going to be doing some giveaways next week for sure. So we'll definitely have some of that rocking. But yeah, I don't think there's anything going on with TF in the Discord. I just think it's just one of those things where they just didn't have any at the moment. But Soy Sizzle said he's doing one tomorrow, so there it is. We'll be doing some next week for sure, and the week after. We got some special guests that I'm bringing in next week. I'm not gonna tell y'all who it is, but it looks like it'll be on Wednesday. We haven't solidified that time yet, but it'll definitely be next week. So we got a special guest next week and a special guest the week after. So yeah, it's gonna be amazing too. Everybody's gonna want to tune in gonna want to tap in for that. Of course, there'll be a couple more announcements prior to that, but I'm just planting the seed that next week we are definitely going to have a special guest, very, very special guest next week and the week after. So we're gonna come back 2 weeks consecutively with two great special guests, 2 great interviews, and we'll also be doing some giveaways next week as well and the week after. As long as it ain't that other island. It's Stephen. Wow. Right. Exactly. All right. So let's go back and check the charts out. Let's see what price is doing. I'm still on the 15-minute. For those that are taking a 15-minute banger, price is still not tapped them in, or did it tap? Ooh, I think it did tap y'all in, huh? No. What am I doing? Where am I at? 15-minute. What am I doing? Where am I at? I'm right here. Right here. Did price tap you guys in? Let me see. I think it did, huh? Did it? It did tap y'all in, huh? Yep. Or just missed you because the entry is here. So either it just missed you or it tapped you in. Hopefully it didn't tap you in because as soon as it tapped in, it went bearish. So he said, give us a hint. Nah, I won't. Because if I give you a hint, you're going to know automatically. But just, I promise y'all, just y'all trust in me to show up every day. Trust me, I got a good special guest next week. A1, guarantee you. I guarantee you no one's going to say, oh, he said as long as not, it's as long as it's not Epstein Island. Morbid Drifter, boy, you wild. But it's going to, I promise you guys, it's going to be the most best special guest that we can have. Didn't tap you in? Nice, Serena, because you saw how close that thing was? Do you see that? Like, oh, I see why I didn't, though. Oh, no, it actually, that was really kind of like, let's see here. What's this right here? The close here is 27,059. What's the close here? I mean, excuse me, the high here. 27,059, 27,059. Wow. Being that it did not tap you in because it definitely hit that level, but that's a blessing that it did not tap you in. Kudos to that. See, sometimes it's good when you don't get tapped in. That was a good example right there because it immediately would have tapped for anyone that was taking this 15-minute banger trade. It would have tapped you in and then immediately went bullish. It hasn't hit stop loss yet, but still, you'll be in drawdown. On a Wednesday, I wonder who it could be. Yeah. Sure did. He said, what you say? What you say, Soy? Soy said, that's what's up. Yeah, it's going to be good, though. It's going to be really, really good. I'm excited for something we've been working on. Me and the team been working on putting together. It's going to be good. And then, like I said, the next following week, we're going to come back with another one. Another good one. Place it on my phone so don't know what happened. Hey, good thing it didn't happen. Excuse me. Good thing it didn't happen. That's what's up. I full port. What? Mr. Hernandez, where you been, bro? I've been looking for you, bro. Everybody in the chat's been looking for you. Where you been? You full ported today. You did. Okay. That wouldn't be, I know you just messing around with it. And what were the results? Right? And what were the results? Let them know, Hella Bands. And what were the results? What were the results? You full ported today. Drip. What were the results, brother? Let us know. But as y'all can see, price is really, look at it. What is it doing, y'all? Just ranging. We can draw another box right here. Price is just ranging. Look at what we got. Look at all these boxes. Look. All of these boxes right here. Price is just ranging. And we know this area right here, it's a strong level right here. These consolidation areas let us know. This is from yesterday, between 7:27 a.m. to 10:56 a.m. This was yesterday's New York session. Not the full, but I'm saying this was during New York session. This was overnight. This was between Asia and London. Yeah, between Asia and London, or during Asia and London. And this is still a little bit of Asia, still a little bit of London coming into New York, and this is all New York right here. Well, New York and London, because London has not closed yet. London does not close till 11 a.m. Eastern. So, but yeah, as you can see, price is in the range right now. Nothing really going on. I got tapped in for 15-minute banger around 10:30. Got you. Breaking resistance in MES. Got you. Past my account. That's what happened. Okay. Okay, Drip. Okay. He said he full ported and passed his account. That's what's up. I wouldn't recommend full porting, but hey, if you're getting it how you live, I ain't mad at you. But overall, we do not full port. Trade geniuses do not full port. We don't full port. But yeah, so with all of that stated, like I said, price doing what it's doing. It's kind of ranging at the moment. This is what we expected, right? Based on our overnight bias. So price is doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing based on bias. So it is what it is. Go back to the 15. I'm not going to take this 15-minute trade. I'm cool. I'm not going to take it. I don't like price action right now. I'm going to sit on my hands. And actually what I'm going to do is go here, and I just logged out of my accounts. Yep, nothing for me today. So let's see here. Anybody got anything for me? Any questions, any concerns, anything y'all want to discuss, y'all want to talk about? I don't know, y'all was just looking at something. I don't know if y'all can see it. No, you can't see it because of the lights. I got a right here, like just right in this area right here. It's crazy. I got like a straight, I got a straight tan right there from my hat. Y'all know I be wearing my hats backwards, right? I'm looking at it. I can see it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh my, y'all can't see it. I was looking at it just right now. I can see it in the broadcast. Wow. Yep. All right, cool. And y'all got anything for me? Anything. Let me know. We got 45 of us in here and we have 41 likes. If we can get those 4 likes up, that would be amazing. I told y'all, I'm just here for the free likes. That's it. I'm just here for the free likes and the free subscriptions. That's it. But yeah, we can get those 4 likes up. That'll be amazing. Just kidding. I didn't full port. I follow my rules. I did pass though. I figured, I knew you were just messing around. I truly knew you were. You can't say, yeah, it's weird, bro. Like it's crazy because it's it's weird. It's like right here. It's so crazy. But anyway, I thought your hair, my hairline like this, bro. That is funny. Run the like, chat. That's what's up. I appreciate you, Chris. Oh, there we are. We up. 40 for 40. We up. I love it. 45 for 45. I love it. We up. Any questions, anybody? How do you attach accounts together? What do you mean, Andog? What do you mean, how do you attach them together, brother? Explain to me, what do you mean? And what platform? Do you mean in TEF? Let me know what you mean. Jerry Jack, that was oh, cool. It's Wally. Hey, Daniel, yes, I did. Oh, okay, cool. He said, nah, bro, we can't see nothing on the screen. Okay, cool. Daniel, if you're in here, if you're still in here, Daniel, yes, I got that. I saw I just saw your message come through and DM on my phone, but yeah, Daniel, I got you, brother. Everyone who DM me, trust me, I got y'all. Everybody who DM me, let me know that you got a FX replay, I got you. And then just to run back through that again. So tomorrow is the last day for everyone to get FX replay and DM me. After tomorrow, like once I go to bed, oh, you're welcome, my guy. Once I go to bed, then whoever's there on Friday, when I wake up on Saturday, I'm just going to count them in. Anyone after that will not get counted in. And then I will send a DM out to everyone who DM me just to let you guys know, like, you know, we rocking. You see it now? Yeah, right? Right? It's crazy. I noticed it when I looked because I got a couple of things up, and I noticed it. I'm like, wait a minute, what's that? And I'm like, oh, that's from my hat. I got an extra forehead on my forehead. Don't lie to that, man. That ain't my hairline, though, bro. I took a shot right there. He said, I thought that was your hairline. I don't know if that was a shot or if that was a serious, but I don't know. Shots was fired, bro. Nah, it's all good. I'm just teasing. It's all good. But yeah, so coming on, like I said, tomorrow will be the last day to get your FX replay accounts. I have a referral link in my description. Just go down there and get the referral link. It'll save you $5 a month or $60 a year. Other than that, he said chill. What you say, Chris? Chris said chill. Yeah, so get the FX replay accounts and look like y'all are tapped in on the 15-minute banger. Yes, y'all are tapped in for the ones that are in that trade. Yep, y'all are tapped in now. Well, hope it does well and it ends profitable for y'all. I sat out on this one. I'm not seeing too much movement with price to where that would make me feel comfortable with taking that long. So I got spectacles and a big screen to listen to that, man. In our edge funding account, you know how you can attach up to 5 accounts? Yes, you have to be on, you got to, you mean you want to copy trade. You have to be on Volumetrica to do that. You have to be on Volumetrica to do the copy trading. When you say attaching accounts, I know that's what you mean. Yeah, you have to do that on Volumetrica. You can't do that on TradingView. There you go, Serena. Let's go. Get that bread. Get that bread, girl. Get that bread. Now listen to them. Right. Chris, that's too funny. All right, so we square on FX replay, right? We square on all of that. So we know we're gonna pop in on that. I'll be sending DMs out over the weekend just to come letting you know I got you. And then at that point, from there we'll just correspond through DM once I have all my people. Tenfold. I love it. He didn't say 10-4. He said 10-4. Right. He just made sure that I was understanding. That's all. Because if he said 10-4, I would not caught it. So he said 10-4. Exactly. That's what's up, man. Other than that, y'all got anything for me? Anybody have anything for me? Any concerns? Anything, questions? Something I want to discuss? My total profit on TF is 388, and I got the 25K. Oh, it's a negative 328. Okay. Do I still aim for? Yes. So remember, no matter where in TEF, no matter where your account is, what you want to do is you always want to still make sure, no matter how much your account is negative, none of that matters. You always want to make sure that you're still following the consistency rule. Period. You got it, T. Pruitt. I appreciate you too, my guy. You know that. Absolutely. So you always want to make sure that no matter how much you went negative, that you can only still make you still have to meet the consistency rule regardless. So if you lose 200, don't think you can make more than what the consistency rule allows you to make. So the consistency rule never changes, whether your account is negative or if it's not negative. That doesn't matter. The consistency rule always stays there. You can only make that amount of profit every day on those accounts, even if you lose 200. Like, let's say if your profit, your consistency rule max for the day is 300, right? If you lose 200, you can't make 500. So don't think whatever negative profits you have that you can make those back and your 20% on top of that. You can't do that. You can only make your profits every day, no matter where your account is sitting. You can only make that 20%. That is the max, no matter where your account is sitting. And no matter, even if the day that, like, let's say today you had a negative trade go against you, right? 100, 500, doesn't matter. You still can only profit your 20% of the consistency. You can still only do that. So just keep that in mind. That never changes, period. Do we have to sign up for the paid FX replay subscription? I'm already signed up. Cool. Just send me a DM, D Young. Just DM me. Just let me know you got it. Copy about that to close out. Ladies A+. Thank you for answering, bro. You're welcome, man. Of course, anytime. Oh, Lazy's trade went crazy again, huh? It went right back. Wow. Came to open and then went right. Came back to entry and then went right back again. That's what's up. That trade won twice. Hey, full TP on MES. That's what's up, man. Everybody in here eating. Yeah, D Young, just make sure you DM me. And you're good. Yeah, if you already signed up for FX Replay, then you're good. Yeah, if you sign up for FX Replay, you're good. I was just saying for the ones that did not sign up for it, I have a referral link that'll save you some money. But if you're already signed up for it, like let's say you had it before, we started talking, even doing this, then you're good. I just want everyone to have FX Replay. And then I'm going to send out everyone that DM me, let me know that you have FX Replay. You'll be getting a message this weekend. And from there, we're just going to rock in our little collective group. That's how we're going to do it. So everyone has until Friday. And then I won't be doing anything in the chat anymore about that. Like, we'll talk about it, but I'm saying our correspondence for what we're going to do for our backtesting session will all be done through our DMs after tomorrow. So there it is. What else we got? Yes, you still aim for, yes, Chris, you still aim for your joint. Yep, you still aim for your same thing every day, no matter what. Remember, consistency rule never changes, no matter where your accounts are sitting when it comes to TEF. Just always keep that in mind. You have to continue to keep your consistency rule intact. Any more questions for me? That boy said 10-4. He meant that. And dog meant that. 10-4. He just wanted to let me know, hey, I understood what you said. All right, Chris. On my understanding, it has to be 20. Right. Ruled by end of the day. Right. You can have a few wins and losses as long as all your trades together are not exceeding eggs. That is the best way to be. That's the best way to put it, Bodovan. Let's get that up on the screen. Let's get that up on the screen. So, as he said, it has to be 20% consistency rule by the end of the day, EOD. That's correct. You can have few wins and few losses as long as all your trades together are not exceeding the 20% rule. You in there. Very well put, Bodovan. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. And dog, you laughing. Hey, I'm just keeping it real, bro. You was like, you wanted to make sure I knew. 10-4. Trend? Yeah. That's what's up. Anybody else got anything for me? Let me know, let me know, let me know. Man, I haven't traded. You know what? No, I ain't going to say that. I was going to say something, but I ain't going to say that because I would be lying if I said that. I was going to say I don't even feel like a trader. I'd be lying if I said that. I was only going to say that just because I haven't taken that many trades, but it's a reason why. But I don't even feel like a real trader. I'm going to say it anyway. I don't feel like a real trader. I haven't even been trading. Man, nah, I'm just kidding. Y'all know I'm BSing. I'm playing. I definitely feel like a trader. This is what trading. What a trader's life is like. Period. So sometimes it can be busy. Sometimes it can be lackluster. It's just it is what it is. But y'all got anything for me? Let me know. If not, we're gonna get out of here and we'll be looking for tomorrow. Looking to tomorrow to possibly do our thing. So let's see. Oh, that trade actually now was. Lazy's trade is going even. Yep. All right. That's what's up. Anybody got anything for me? That's it. All right. Well, everyone have a great remainder of y'all Thursday. Thanks for tapping in. If you made money today, please be smart. Log out of your accounts. Leave your charts up. Do not go back into the market and even think about giving those profits back. If you didn't make money, you sat on your hands. That's a win as well. You were disciplined. Excuse me. You were disciplined. Excuse me. You were disciplined and turned 2 micros, 2 runners. Nice. Nice. That's what's up. Serena, that's what's up. You trying? Okay, yeah. So, if you made, like I said, if you made money today, that's what's up. Close out your charts, take your base hits, don't give that money back. If you didn't, you sat on your hands, that's a win in itself. Other than that, I appreciate y'all for tapping in as always. We got it in today. It's been kind of lackluster this past month and a half, you know what I mean? But we got to take it, actually couple months. We got to take it the way it comes. And when all of this stuff blows over, we'll be trading in a total different environment, and we just got to be patient until that time. So until tomorrow, I appreciate y'all. Shout out to our co-founders, Juvier, Scalp God, my brothers. Without them, we wouldn't be here. The Edge Funder co-founders. And other than that, as I stated, y'all have a great remainder of y'all day. And I'll definitely be looking forward to all of us tapping in tomorrow. Other than that, I guess we out of here, man. Catch y'all tomorrow, Friday. Y'all be good. You're welcome, Soaking Insider. Yee.